ready to get this thing underway here. Morenci and Clinton, glad you could join us this afternoon on WABJ. The fans are on their feet. The whistle by the official. This game is underway. It's a short squib kick. Bounces up around the 30-yard line. And taken up by one of the upbacks there. It looked like number 86, Danny Howell. Let's check and see the numbers. Well, anyway, the Clinton Redskins will have the football, 1st and 10. And they will have a fairly good field position at about the 37-yard line.
Darrell Van Brandt laying the hit on him that time as they made a pretty good coverage that time. And again, they don't take advantage of the wind. Johnston settles for scrimming the ball to the Redskins and making one of the upmen handle the football. So we've seen them do a lot of times this season.
All right, the Redskins come out. Clint Feldkamp is at quarterback. And we have a long count. And the handoff straight up the middle it goes. It looked like Jake Arnold, the ball carrier, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Check that Roberts, the ball carrier, number 26. Roberts is 26, Arnold is 16. And so we'll give him a yard pickup on the play and call it 2nd down and 9 yards to go. So the Morenci defense hanging in there tough on the first play of the ball game. Feldkamp again. Roberts in motion, and the handoff goes to the fullback Goodman, and Goodman gets some pretty good yardage and gets it up close to a 1st down. Edison there to make the stop, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2 yards to go for the 1st down. The ball is resting at about the 45-yard line of Clinton. David Housewright comes out wide to the right. Feldkamp has 2 setbacks. Now Roberts comes in motion. Back to pass goes Feldkamp. He's going to run with the football. He's got the 1st down. Gets it over the 50-yard line and inside Morenci territory at about the 47. So nice play there by the quarterback, Clint Feldkamp.
I was going to say, good decision. He came out on kind of a naked bootleg. He faked it to the left side, came running around to the right side. Looked like he wanted to pass it first, but nobody stayed home on the left side of the Morenci defense, and he had 1st down and about 4 or 5 yards more.
They're going to mark it at about the 47-yard line of Morenci, and Feldkamp quickly brings it up the line of scrimmage. Wishbone offense this time, and the handoff goes to fullback Goodman. He's got some running room. He's down inside the 40-yard line of Morenci. That time, the quick opener got some sizable yardage and another 1st down, very close to a 1st down. I got short of the 1st down, maybe 9 yards on the pickup by Goodman.
Goodman off to a quick start. 2 carries now for 16 yards as they're just running it up the gut of that Morenci defense. The defense that just shut down Manchester last week allowed them grand total of about 30 yards rushing.
The ball's at the 38-yard line of Morenci as Feldkamp again with 2 setbacks in there. Feldkamp on the handoff to the fullback up the middle. That's Goodman. Goodman down inside the 35-yard line of Morenci. So Clinton kind of blowing off the line there pretty good. And Morenci needs to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, it was number 34 coming up there for Morenci, Chuck Price from his cornerback position to make the tackle, but too late there. He just didn't have a quick enough reaction to it. Morenci defense really going to have to shore things up in the middle.
David Housewright comes out wide to the right. Feldkamp on the handoff again up the middle. It goes to Goodman, and Goodman is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. And we'll give no gain on that particular play. That'll make it 2nd down and about 9.5 yards to go for the 1st down.
Similar play to what we've seen Clinton run thus far, but it was real slow developing. It looked like Feldkamp had a hard time getting the ball into Goodman's hands, and it just never really got off the ground. So just a short 1-yard gain for the Redskins on that play.
All right, again, it's Housewright out wide to the right. A single setback. Feldkamp on the long count. Roberts in motion. Feldkamp back. He's going to run with the football. He comes around to the right side, but he is going to be brought down after only about a yard gain on the play as he gets it very, very close to the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it about the 32-yard line, so he's going to be way short of the 1st down. And it'll be 6 yards to go, a long 6 yards to go for the 1st down.
Well, coming up from the free safety that time, Sean Edison to help things out in the middle for Morenci, and he's kind of one of the unsung heroes on defense. You hear a lot about some of the other guys, especially at the ends positions, Chris McCowan like that, but Edison does a good job in that free safety position.
All right, Feldkamp again brings him out. Roberts comes in motion. Back to pass he goes, fires one, and it is incomplete. The ball was intended for Jake Arnold just over the middle. Looked like it was just a quick look-in pass, but Jake had the football but couldn't hold on to it, and it's incomplete.
That's going to bring up 4th down, but the Redskins inside the Morenci 35-yard line, so doubtful that they will punt, but we don't know exactly what Coach Scott McNitt has in mind. Evidently, they will punt. So kind of surprised that they would do this early in the game, but evidently he wants to bury Morenci deep in their own territory.
All right, Clinton will kick, and here is the kick, and it's a short one, a pooch kick, and it goes out of bounds at about the half-inch line. Oh my, what a kick! And the Morenci Bulldogs will find themselves backed up deep in their own territory.
How about 35 yards on the kick? He kept it low into the wind, which was a smart move on his part. And what happened was Rob Bentley looked like he might try to field it, although they always say to you, don't field that punt inside the 10-yard line if you can help it. He went to go field it, thought it was going to take a Morenci bounce. It didn't. It rolled right out of bounds at the 1-foot line for Clinton.
All right, Johnston brings him up. We've got the power I formation. And the handoff goes into the hands of number 36, and that is Chris McCowan. And McCowan just gets it out of the end zone and back to the 1-yard line. Good defense there by Clinton. 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play, just underway from Clinton's Wagner Field. Capacity crowd on hand for this one this afternoon. All right, here come the Morenci Bulldogs. They have a slot right formation, 2 setbacks of the I formation. Johnston gives the ball off to Metcalf, the tailback. He gets it out to about the 5-yard line, and they pick up a little bit of breathing room there now.
And not much room down there, and you want to be very careful not to turn the ball over. Scott Metcalf protecting the ball real well for Morenci, but it brings up 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And certainly Chris Johnston hasn't been as successful as Mr. Feldkamp at passing the football this year, but he's certainly capable with a gentleman like Rob Bentley catching passes for him.
Very dangerous area to pass, and Bentley goes out wide to the right. I formation, 2 setbacks with quarterback Chris Johnston. Johnston on a long count, unbalanced line to the right. Handoff goes to Metcalf off the right side, and he's going to be short of the first down as he gets it out to about the 8-yard line, and that is it. So the Morenci Bulldogs will be forced to punt deep in their own territory, and so the Clinton Redskins will go back on offense again. Back deep, it'll be Jake Arnold to receive the punt, and also back there is number 11, David Housewright, and back deep in the end zone to kick the football away,
Daryl Van Brandt.
He fumbles the football, and he is tackled for a safety, I believe. That is it. Van Brandt mishandled the football, and so Clinton is on the scoreboard first with a safety as they tackle him in the end zone. So the Redskins draw first blood. They lead 2-0.
Yeah, Van Brandt really never got the handle on the football, and again, something that can happen when you're down that deep in your own territory, something that you're not looking forward to. Paul Matthews, what did you see while you were down there?
Well, I think we've already seen this damp field take effect today, Jeff. The center for Morenci, it seemed like he didn't get a good handle on the ball. It was a high snap. The kicker couldn't handle it, and Clinton got in there quick and got the safety, so I think you're already seeing the effects of a wet, damp field here at Wagner Field in Clinton, Michigan.
Okay, thank you very much. Paul, we'll check back in with you in a few moments, but now it means it's a free kick for the Morenci Bulldogs as they set the ball up. Chris Johnston teeing the ball up at his own 20-yard line, and Clinton should get the ball with a relatively decent field position.
Back to receive is Jim Roberts, and also over there on the far side, David Housewright. Of course, Johnston likes to kick that squibber, and it's given some teams some real headaches, especially last week. Manchester just couldn't seem to hang on to the football on that squib kick.
I'd be very surprised to see him squib it right here. He's going to punt it.
He's going to punt the football rather than they have the choice. Rather, Roberts picks up the football at the 40-yard line. He's up to the 50, down to the 45, and he is tackled. No, he gets up again, and he is down at about the 36-yard line. Oh, my, Jim Roberts almost broke it. He was tackled about 2 or 3 times, broke loose, and got it down deep into Morenci territory at about the 36-yard line.
Well, a great place for the Redskins to start as Roberts brought that one back about 24 yards. He took it at his own 40 and just carted it up and almost broke it off for a touchdown. That would have been a quick strike for the Redskins.
Housewright comes out wide to the right, 2 setbacks of the I formation. Feldkamp Now a man in motion. Handoff goes to the tailback straight up the middle, and that is Jim Roberts. And Roberts gets it to about the 35-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 1 yard. We'll call it second down and 9 yards to go. 6 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Clinton leading the ball game by a score of 2-0 on a safety after a miscue on the punter. Fumbled the football in the end zone and recovered it there and was tackled. Feldkamp on the handoff again. This time it comes to Roberts. Roberts gets about 3 or 4 yards on this particular play and gets it down to about the 31 or 2 yard. They're going to mark it at the 32-yard line, so it'll be third down. Third down at about 6 yards, 5 or 6 yards to go for the first down.
Clinton just keeping things on the ground, even though Feldkamp's been a decent passer this season. I'm sure we'll see them pass only in third and long situations. We may see them do a little bit of a rollout situation right here with Feldkamp.
House right to the right side, single setback. And the fullback, no, the quarterback keeper. This time Feldkamp tries the left side, and he is going to be tackled back for a loss. Back at about the 35 yard. Let's see where they mark it. Inside the 35 they're going to mark it, but he lost a yard or two on that particular play, and the Morenci defense rose to the occasion and came up and made the play.
Scott Yatsek shot right through there that time, and Feldkamp never looked to pitch. He kept looking to maybe outrun Yatsek, and Yatsek just had the beat on him, and he just ran him right down, and we'll see if Clinton punts again here. It looks like they're going to.
Yatsek and Bentley back deep to receive this kick, and doing the punting, it'll be Lance Wrangler. Here's the snap from center, and he's going to fake it. He's going to run with it. Wrangler comes around to the right side, and he got a block, beautiful block, and he's got the first down inside the 25-yard line. They're going to mark it. Oh, my. What a run by Wrangler on the fake punt, and Clinton has the first down. They mark it at the 22-yard line.
Just a super pickup that time as Morenci completely caught off guard. Nobody stayed home on the left side of their defense. It looks like we got a timeout on the field. Morenci's going to call a timeout.
All right, Morenci has the timeout. We have 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Let's pause for this message.
Here, the Morenci 20-yard line. As a matter of fact, the Morenci 22-yard line. And right now, they appear to be driving on their way to another score. They picked up a safety at the 6:23 mark of the first quarter as they tackled Morenci punter Daryl Van Brand in the end zone after he had fumbled the snap. And they have taken a 2-0 lead here in the early going. Morenci just calling a timeout to regroup their defense after a fake punt yielded a 16-yard or 12-yard pickup for Clinton and another first down as they are now driving it deep in Clinton territory, or Morenci territory.
Clint Feldkamp brings him up house right. House right comes wide to the right. Wishbone offense for the Redskins. And the handoff coming to the first man through, number 20, Kevin Williams. And Williams tried the left side and picked up maybe a couple of yards on the play. Gets it down close to the 15-yard line, 15.5-yard line. They're going to mark it. They checked out the 20-yard line. My yard markers are a little bit off here. Just outside the 20. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go. Again, David Housewright comes out wide to the right. Single setback is Goodman.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a pass here, Pat.
All right, back to pass he goes. Looking, being rushed. Fires it down here, and it is caught. And right out of bounds is number 84. That's Randy Keefe, one of the wide receivers. He gets it inside the 5-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 4 as he stepped out. Excellent reception by Randy Keefe.
Yeah, just a nice rollout that time by Feldkamp as well as they take that flow one way and come back to the receivers on the right side of the field, and Keefe just kind of a down and out pattern from like a in tight end position, and he picks up 16 on the play.
All right, first down and goal to go. All right, formation again for the Redskins. Handoff goes to Roberts. He's down inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line before he is stacked up by that Morenci defense.
About the 2-yard line.
Let's see where the officials will spot the football. We've got 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Looks like they're giving him to about the 2, maybe 2.5, Pat.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks a little more like the 3-yard line up here, but They break out of their huddle again. Everybody's in tight this time. Power I formation as Feldkamp calls the signals. Handoff goes to the Hubble of the football, and Morenci has it. Let's see who it is. It's Rob Bentley coming up with a fumble recovery, and Morenci gets the football back.
I think that play was made that time by Steve McVay coming in from his defensive end position as he just kind of shot through there, and it looked like he got a hand on the ball as it was going into number 20's hands for Clinton. And again, Morenci takes advantage of the turnover deep in their own territory, though this time we'll see if they can move it down the field.
All right, Morenci with the football again as Chris Johnston quickly bring him out of it. Unbalanced line to the right, power I formation. Johnston calls the signals. Handoff straight up the middle it goes. And this time it goes into the hands, I believe, of, Metcalf. Check that, number 34. That was Chuck Price, the fullback. And Price might have picked up, 2 yards, 2.5 yards. We'll call it second down, and about long 7 rather to go.
Very important for Morenci to at least pick up a first down here and try and get their offense jump-started after that first series resulted in a safety.
Slot wide formation. Johnson back to pass, looking for Bentley. Now he's going to be sacked back in the end zone, and let's see, another safety?
No, I think they're marking it at the
1-yard line. Oh, my. That time, Chris Johnson really felt the heat as that Clinton defense just massed on him, but they're going to mark his progress was at the 1-yard line. Oh, my.
Well, certainly not the thing Coach Jim Gilmore was looking for, as they had the ball deep enough in their own territory. Now they're sitting on the half-yard line. They need to get out near the 20, actually to about the 18.
Everybody's inside power I. Metcalf gets the call. He goes over the right side, gets it to about the 3 or 4 yard line. And again, Morenci will be forced to punt the football away, and they just have not had any field position here this afternoon.
Well, certainly not in the early going, and what it means is that this time Darrell Van Brandt won't even be deep in his own end zone. He'll be right on the end line. So very important for him not only to handle the football here, but make sure he knows where he's coming down and that he doesn't come down out of bounds, or it'll be another safety for Clinton.
Roberts and Housewright are deep. Here's the kick. It's a good kick. It's taken by Housewright at about the 45-yard line. Brings it back. He's down to the 30, and he is tackled right there. Gets it inside the 25-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 23. So a good run back by David Housewright.
17 yards, and Clinton's knocking on the door one more time. The one nice thing, a nice punt by Van Brandt to get it out of there, but not so hot coverage by the Bulldogs as they allowed Housewright to get way down the field.
Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Feldkamp gives it off to his fullback. That's Goodman, and Goodman is stopped after about a yard gain, and that's about it. So Morenci having their backs up against the wall a couple of times here in the football game. They trail by a score of 2-0 as the clock runs with a half a minute to play in the first quarter.
Well, considering the fact that Clinton's played in the Morenci backyard for most of this first quarter, the fact that they're only down 2-0 bodes well for the Bulldogs.
All right, Matt Peterson to the ball game comes out wide to the right. Roberts comes in motion. And here comes Feldkamp. He's going to run with the football. He's going to be stacked up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of the play. And that is going to run out the clock here in the first quarter. Now they call a timeout. Call a timeout to spot the football. And the officials are looking at the clock. Now they start it, but that's going to be the end of the first quarter. With our score here at Clinton's Wagner Field, Clinton 2, Morenci nothing. We'll be back after this message.
When you stand on it, you can feel it give way to your shoes in just regular, typical street shoes. And I'm not even trying to get any traction down here, and you can feel it give it away. So the damn field is having an effect on the ball here in the early going. Also, Pat and Jeff, we do have two quick updates for you. A couple college games at the halftime. It is the Iowa Hawkeyes 17, the Ohio State Buckeyes 14. And also in the at halftime, it's Michigan 9-3. They're also in the lead. So back to Pat and Jeff.
All right, thank you very much, Paul. The Clinton Redskins will have the football to start the second quarter as they have it down at around the 22 or 3 yard line. And we're having a slight delay here starting the second quarter. But so far, it's been all Clinton here today, Jeff.
Well, it certainly has, and the fact that they've had an opportunity here, a couple of opportunities to score, and certainly with the ball at the Morenci 23, if they come away here empty again, Morenci's got to consider themselves pretty fortunate and hope that they can get some field position of their own and start moving the football soon. I just saw them working on Scott Metcalf's leg over there on the Morenci sideline. The trainer's working on his leg, so his hamstring injury, they're trying to keep him loose in these chilly temperatures today.
All right, Phil Kemp with the football now goes back to pass, looking, fires it down here, and it is caught. I believe it was Housewright over there, number 11. He caught it, and he's very close to the first down marker. And I believe he has got the first down.
Yeah, it looks like they're spotting it up near the about the 12.5, and that should be a first down.
And excellent play there from quarterback Clint Feldkamp to David Housewright. He's been his primary receiver all season long.
Actually, it looks like it's going to be a little bit short. They're about a half yard out.
Ball is at about the 12-yard line. It'll be fourth down and about a half the length of the football to go.
Hope Feldkamp's all right, because Rob Bentley came around on a blitz from his defensive end position. Feldkamp just got that ball away.
Everybody's in tight this time. Feldkamp with two setbacks. And now there's a mix-up on the play, and Roberts and Feldkamp both handle the football and go forward, and I believe they've got the first down.
I think Roberts finally won out on that battle there, and he may have carted it up to the 10-yard line, but it looked like it was going to be a dual effort to get it there in the first place. It looks like he's just inside the 10.
All right, it is first down and goal to go. Ball just inside the 10-yard line. Clinton leading the ball game 2-0, but they're driving here. Excellent crowd on hand here at Wagner Field in Clinton for this regional championship football game. All right, here come the Redskins. Three setbacks in the wishbone offense. Feldkamp hands it off to the fullback. Goodman piles off the left side. He gets it down to about the 8-yard line. And this is where the yardage gets real tough.
Yeah, it certainly does, especially when you got Chuck Price in there playing from his linebacker position. They've called his number several times already, and we expect to call it several more, as he's having a great game thus far. The Morenci defense has been on the field for quite a while.
And Morenci quickly, I don't know if they called a timeout or what.
Thought I heard that from the press box. I'm not absolutely sure.
Timeout called by Morenci, so we're going to pause for a commercial message. We'll be right back.
Because you have to really move the football to give the defense any field position.
Housewright again goes out wide to the right. It is second down and goal to go from the 7-yard line. And this time Roberts gets the call. He's off the right side. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Oh my, the quick opener. And the Clinton Redskins score their first touchdown of the afternoon. They lead now by a score of 8-0 after they scored earlier on the safety. And so Jim Roberts goes in from 7 yards out, and the Redskins on top of this will have the try for the point after touchdown. And now we have a timeout called by Clinton. A little bit of confusion on the point after. And so we'll hold it right here. And
on the drive for Clinton, Pat, 6 plays, 23 yards it covers, as Roberts goes in from 8 yards out to give the Redskins now an 8-0 lead, and they'll be looking to bump that up even a little bit further. It looks like number 38 for Clinton's coming on to kick the extra point, as we've seen him punt the ball on a couple occasions, actually punt one already and run the other one for a first down.
The score coming with 10 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first half. And Clinton owning now an 8-0 lead, and we'll try, I don't know if they're going to go for 2 here or go for the 1 on the conversion. We'll just have to wait and see. Beautiful day for football here in Clinton, as the sun has been shining and hardly a cloud in the sky. They're going to go for the extra point conversion.
Torrey Choquette with the kick here.
All right, Choquette. And doing the holding, it'll be Jake Arnold. Here's the snap. It's spotted. It's booted. It's up, and it is good. We have a timeout in the field from Wagner Field. Our score, the Clinton Redskins 9, the Morenci Bulldogs nothing. We'll be right back.
When it comes to your eyes, you want the best possible care for you and your family. Dr. Meehan
and going here fairly soon. They have just been stymied by the defense for Clinton.
Well, you're stymied when you're inside your 10-yard line or when you're starting drives from there because you can't open things up a little bit and do the things you want to do.
Randy Keefe will kick it off. It's high end over end. And it comes down to Yatsik. He fumbles the football. Now he picks it up, comes around to the right side, gets a block from Bentley, and gets it up to about the 25-yard line of Morenci. And the Bulldogs will take over from that point on the field.
Not a bad kickoff return considering that Yatsik had so much trouble picking the ball up as he moved it back 12 yards. And the Bulldogs will start their third drive with the best field position they've had this afternoon at their own 25-yard line.
Slot right formation as Bentley comes out wide to the right. Chris Johnston at quarterback. He's got two setbacks in there with him. Handoff goes to the tailback Metcalf. He tries the left side, and he was hemmed in by about 2 or 3 Redskins, and finally was brought down.
And Jimmy Roberts on the tackle that time as they just strung that play out. It looked like Metcalf was picking up some substantial yards. As it turned up, he was picking up a lot of, in this case, north and south yards as this field moves from an easterly to westerly direction.
Picked up 2 yards. We'll call it second down and 8 yards to go. Again, Bentley and Yatsik come out wide to the right. Johnston with 2 setbacks. And this time the handoff straight up the middle goes again to Metcalf, and Metcalf gets it up, let's see, close to the 30-yard line. Just inside the 30-yard line, they're going to mark it. It'll be third down and about 6 yards to go for the first down.
The middle of that Clinton defense doing a good job in there. Number 84, Churhard with the tackle that time.
Let's see if Johnson goes to the air. Back to pass. He goes looking for Bentley. Being rushed, and he's going to be sacked. Back at the 20-yard line. So about a 10-yard sack on that particular play. And Johnston just does not have the time to throw the football.
Well, he didn't have anywhere to go when your nose guard gets in there as quickly as Churhard did that time. That's telling you something about the Morenci offensive line. They've just got to do a better job. Last week they won the trench battle with the Manchester Flying Dutchman. Thus far, they've been losing the trench battle against Clinton as Churhard was right there on top of Johnston before he knew what hit him.
All right, the Bulldogs will punt the football away. Here is a short kick off the side of his foot, bounces at about the 40-yard line, gets it up to the 45, and it is down right there. So not a very long kick as he was kicking into the wind. And so Clinton again will have excellent field position at their own 45-yard line, or rather of the Bulldog 45-yard line. Clock continues to run with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first half of action. David Housewright goes out wide to the right. 2 setbacks with Clint Feldkamp. Unbalanced line to the left. Feldkamp in a long count. Back to pass. Looking, being rushed. Now fires a long one down here, and it's intended for Randy Keefe, but it was just a little bit overthrown. Yatsik back there covering for the Morenci Bulldogs.
Well, you get the impression that Clinton's a run-up-the-gut team, plays a lot of defense, relies on their defense to win football games for them. But Feldkamp's been an effective passer, as you said in the opening, Pat, 62% and thrown for over 700 yards. So he's certainly capable of putting the ball up there. That one, though, overthrown by maybe about a foot or 2 over the head of Randy Keefe, as he was open on the play. He had his man beat back there.
Housewright goes to the right this time. Single setback. And now Roberts goes in motion to the far side, back to pass. No, handoff goes to the fullback, Goodman. Goodman's got some running room, and he gets it down to about the 37-yard line of Morenci. Edison there to make the stop for the Morenci Bulldogs.
A pickup of about 7 probably on that play there for Goodman. It was just kind of a delayed action handoff there. It looked like they were trying to roll it out to the right side, and Goodman just stutter-stepped for a moment, pulled his block off, and then went up and picked up the handoff and picked up a nice gain of 7. So it's third and short again for the Redskins.
7:35 remaining here in the first half. Single setback. Now Roberts goes in motion. Back to pass. No, he's going to run with the Feldkamp. Has the football. Penalty flag is down. He's got somebody with one man to beat. He couldn't get out of his grasp, but he gets it down to the 30-yard line. But a penalty marker is down. We'll have to see what the official call is. More than likely a clipping call against Clinton. So that'll be a break for Morenci.
Steve McVeigh got cleared out there that time, and he was slow getting up as somebody just came and chop blocked him right in the back. and took him out of the play. So that's where the defensive end went to. That's why there was so much room for Feldkamp to run the football.
So the 15-yard walk-off brings it back to the 46-yard line of Clinton. And that doesn't help your drive very much at all.
No, it takes definitely takes the wind out of it. That's going to make it 3rd and almost 20 now, about 19 yards to go.
7:20 remaining in the first half. Clinton leads in the ball game 9-0. They scored on a safety and a touchdown by Jim Roberts. A 7-yard touchdown. The extra point was good. That's where we stand, 9-0. Feldkamp brings him up.
Certainly a passing situation here.
Back to pass he goes, rolling left, going to be have to fire it quickly, and he does, and he gets it to his intended receiver, Roberts. He goes out of bounds inside the Morenci territory at about the 46 or 7-yard line. But it will be a 4th down situation.
Well, Roberts
at about 13.
Roberts made a fine catch, but it's good for about 6 yards on the play. And so it looks like they're going to attempt to kick it away, although we did see Choquette run with the ball last time he was back to punt.
Dory Choquette back to punt, back deep to receive the football is Bentley and Yatsik. Here's the snap, and it's a good one. It's a low kick. Bentley has it at about the 15-yard line. Comes straight up the middle, and he is sacked. Oh, what a hit put on him. Bentley took a hit down at about the, 25-yard line.
Number 70, Willie T. Baker just shot through there. Rob was looking for a place to go for Morenci, and all of a sudden Baker just came out of nowhere and straightened him right up and laid him right down.
6 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here in the first half. 9-0 our score. Clinton in the lead, and the Morenci Bulldogs have the football. Johnston hands it off to the fullback up the middle, Chuck Price. Price goes off the left side and picks up maybe a yard or two. We'll give him 3-yard pickup on the play. And that'll bring the ball to the just shy of the 30-yard line. About 6 minutes and 13 now to go. Bentley is not in there. Yatsik comes out wide to the right along with Metcalf. Back to pass, and Bentley has the football over the middle, gets it up to the 35-yard line, to the 37. Check that Sean Stover. Excuse me. Stover gets the first down for Morenci, and how many first downs do they have in the ball game?
That's their very first one, as a matter of fact. As they takes them almost 18 minutes of football to pick up that first down.
All right, it'll be Stover coming to the right side with Metcalf in the slot. Johnston with a single setback. Back to pass he goes, looking, going to have to scramble out of it now. And he does, and he goes out of bounds on the far side of the field. Might have picked up a yard, and that's about it as he was run out of bounds.
That's about it, but could have very well been about a 7-yard loss, as Johnston did it very well to get away from the Clinton pressure, and they've been on him all day long. He's only had really one opportunity, that last pass to Stover, to actually throw the football as he's wanted to throw it. And certainly Clinton feels pretty confident that they can stop the Morenci rushing game enough that they can put a lot of pressure on Johnston today.
I haven't seen Bentley in there. I wonder if he got hurt on that play, on the kick. Here's a pass, and it's intended for Metcalf. He catches it and fumbles the football after his hit. Good hit by Jim Roberts.
Looks like they ruled it incomplete there. Yeah, they did.
They spot the football at the 40-yard line, so it's going to be a 3rd down and about 8 situation.
Bentley's back in there. He was in there on that last play, but he was lined up inside at like a tackle position. This time he's out as a wide receiver.
Back to pass goes Johnston. Looking. Now he's going to run with the football, and he's going to be tackled. After he picked up about a yard or two, a penalty flag is down. We may have a face mask call against Clinton.
That's the time it comes in there. Clinton's been very aggressive on defense. We'll see if yes, it is.
Yes, it is a face mask. That'll be a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
Well, the Redskins, after a relatively clean first quarter and a half, they pick up a couple of quick penalties here. One that takes them out of a drive, another one that keeps a Morenci drive going after they had Johnston hemmed in, and certainly a punting situation. Looks like Clinton's going to call a timeout here.
And Clinton calls a timeout with 5 minutes.
Basically got the wind knocked out of him. Was just out for a couple of plays. he's fine, and we'll see action the rest of the game. Jeff, Pat, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Pat. As Morenci takes over, or check that ball, I should say. Morenci takes over, handoff to Chuck Price as he gets over the Clinton 40-yard line into about the 38 on that first down play after the face mask call.
Pick up about 3 yards.
Gave the Bulldogs a first down inside the Morenci, or the Clinton 41-yard line right about there. So it'll be second down and about 7 now for the Bulldogs.
All right, Bentley comes out wide to the right. Johnston at quarterback, 3 setbacks in there with him. Back to pass he goes, looking, fires it over the middle, and it is blocked. And a good defensive play in there. Let's see who it was, number 84 for
Randy Keefe
for
the Redskins.
He made the play, put his big paw up there and slapped it away. 38-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 4:57 remaining in the first half. Clinton leading 9-0.
Morenci continues to have their problems attempting to pass the football when it's not pressure from the Redskins. It's good defensive plays like that. They're made by Keith.
3rd down and 7. Bentley coming out wide to the right. Back to pass he goes, looking for Bentley. Bentley markers down. Bentley, he's got the football and in and out of his hands, down at about the 5-yard line. So incomplete. But we may have a penalty called against either.
I think it's going to be motion against Morenci. I'm not sure. It might be Bentley got a little bit of a jump, of a head start.
Well, Bentley and the defender back there looked like we're pushing each other around, and it may be called against Bentley.
It's procedure against the Bulldogs. Somebody left a little bit too soon at the line of scrimmage.
So that will give them a 5-yard walk-off the other way, but no, they're going to decline the penalty. They'll keep the down box moving. It'll be 4th down and 7 yards to go now. And Morenci, let's see if they're going to punt the football away. That is indeed what they are going to do. And Van Brandt back deep to punt for Morenci, but Clinton's going to have nothing of it. They have nobody back.
This could be a big break for the Bulldogs. That's a good bounce.
And the ball is inside the 5-yard line, down to about the 3. And so Morenci backs up Clinton back at about their 3-yard line with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half of action. Clinton leading by a score of 9-0.
Oh, super smart play that time by Coach Jim Gilmore of the Morenci Bulldogs. And I question why Clinton didn't have anybody back. I don't know why they thought they were faking it for sure, but they should always have at least one person back there because that ball bounced at about the 15-yard line. Now, with the roll, it's down to about the 3, so the Redskins are going to have to be very conservative on offense here.
Well, Scott McNick probably saw what happened to Morenci when they were back there and decided, hey, let's get everybody out of there. Feldkamp hands it off to the fullback straight up the middle. That is Mike Goodman. And he gets it out to about, they're going to make it about the 4-yard line. Roberts the ball carrier, number 26. It'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go, so only a yard pickup on that particular play. The clock says 3 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the first half, and Clinton just trying to run that clock down. House right goes wide to the right. Feldkamp. And Feldkamp is caught back at the 1-yard line and dropped right there.
Rob Bentley on the tackle that time.
Bentley shot the gap and came in and put the move on quarterback Feldkamp.
We've seen him do that a lot this season from his defensive end position. He's a very good player on both sides of the football. And again, now Clinton backed up there. It's a 3rd and 11, almost 3rd and 12 at their own 3, so they're very limited as to what they can do. And a good move on the part of Gilmore to punt in that situation because it's likely that Morenci will get the ball back with decent field position.
Ball at the 3-yard line. House right goes out wide to the right.
They're going to quick
and
kick
here's
it.
the quick kick.
Oh,
quick kick. And it's bad when it goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They're going to mark it. Hey, check that. At about the 20-yard line.
Almost the 20.
Almost the 20-yard line. So Morenci will have excellent field position. They probably thought they'd kick and had the wind behind him and that ball would sail on him, but it didn't do that. As the punter just had to go up the side of his foot.
I wasn't sure if that's what they were setting up. They had Choquette back behind Feldkamp, and he just tossed it back to him. I thought they might have him in there just to try to make sure that there was no safety or fumble on that play, but not a very good kick on that part.
All right, Johnston on the pitch comes to Metcalf. He tries the right side and is run out of bounds. Metcalf on the carry. And he got back to about the line of scrimmage, and that was it before he was run out of bounds.
Maybe even lost a yard on that particular play as he did not get anywhere. The Clinton defense really stringing things out, and I think Morenci's going to have to really try to establish a little bit of a passing game here and try and make try and keep that Clinton defense honest.
Clock is stopped with 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in the first half. Clinton leading 9-0. Bentley out wide to the left. Metcalf in the slot. Back to pass goes Johnson. Rolling left. Fires a long one down here. He's got Bentley at the 50. He fumbles the football. Oh, my. He couldn't. He didn't have a handle of the football. He caught it, had it in his arms, juggled it around, and it finally fell to the turf. Oh, my.
Yeah, that's a tough play. It looked like he wasn't going to pick up the first down, but he certainly had a good shot at picking up 6 or 7 yards on that particular play. But again, another case of running with the football before you've caught it. Rod Bentley, we haven't seen him make that mistake too often this season, but there was a case where they could have used the pickup.
Third down and 11 yards to go. Again, Bentley out wide to the left. Back to pass again goes Johnston. Being rushed, looking, now scrambling. Now he's going to run, but now he fires it down here, and it is in and out of the hands. This time I believe Yatsek was down there. No, it was number 36, McCowan. McCowan was down at about the 5-yard line, and again in and out of the hands.
Well, he can't catch him for him either. That's the problem. Chris Johnston with a couple of passes right on the numbers, and his receivers coming up empty right there. And that certainly was a first down. First and goal it would have been at about the 5-yard line, maybe a touchdown if McCowan could have gotten free, because he was wide open at that particular point. But now Morenci faced with a 4th down here, and they'll go for it, as a field goal won't do him a whole lot of good, especially into the teeth of that wind.
4th and 11 yards to go. Bentley out wide to the left. Back to pass goes Johnston. Looking. Now he's going to fire a long one down in the end zone.
Out of the end zone.
And it is out of the end zone, and it goes incomplete. And so the Clinton Redskins have held, and they'll get the football back with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first half.
Just a well-thrown ball by Chris Johnston, but he needed to be about 10 yards deeper on that play, as he had 2 men back there. They were pretty well covered, too. It was going to be a tough pass no matter what, but too long. As a matter of fact, it went over into the discus area behind that west end zone. So now Clinton will take over at about the 21-yard line.
All right, Clint Feldkamp brings him up. David Housewright goes out wide to the right. And 2 setbacks there with Feldkamp. And the handoff goes to Jim Roberts. He tries the right side. He is tripped up as he goes around to the right side. There to make the stop was Randy Keefe. Or check that, number 84 for the...
Daryl Van Brandt with a good cut down. He got in the backfield and just kind of cut Roberts' legs out from under him. It looked like Roberts might be able to stand up, but he held on and picked up about 2 on the play.
Just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. Clinton leading the ball game 9-0. Again, Housewright to the right side. Single setback. Back to pass goes Feldkamp, but
may have taken too much time.
Penalty flags are down, and procedure call maybe here.
Yeah, it looks like a procedure now. Thought maybe they would have taken too much time at first, but it looks like there was some movement in the Clinton line.
That'll be a 5-yard walk-off. Bring it back to about the 18-yard line. They're going to mark it.
Interesting note thus far, Pat, as you might expect, but certainly when they had the ball inside the Clinton 20 or close to the Clinton 20, Morenci working in negative yardage right now. They've got a grand total of about minus 4 yards total offense.
Housewright to the right side. Feldkamp, and now we have movement, and it looks like it's going to go the other way, as Morenci is going to be called for offside. And that's what it's going to be. So they'll move the ball 5 yards the other way. Call it even. A minute 41 now remaining in the first half. 9-0 is our score. All right, here comes Feldkamp. Single setback is Goodman. Arnold in motion, back to pass. Now, Feldkamp is going to run with the football on the left side. And he is pushed out of bounds. And they're going to mark it up around the 33-yard line. No penalty on the play, as the Clinton fans thought he was hit a little bit late.
Should be a first down, though, for the Redskins, as Feldkamp with a nice run that time.
And let's see, they're still looking at it. They may want to measure. That's exactly what they're going to do with a minute 22 remaining in the first half. They're going to measure for the first down. And they'll come all the way from the other side of the field. I don't know if Paul Matthews is close down there to see if it's close or not. They're right down in front of us here.
Yeah, he's got it.
I thought he did.
He had a good half yard. I was kind of surprised they were measuring because I could see it from up here.
Well, a game of this magnitude, they want to make sure, I guess. All right, it'll be first down for the Redskins. They've got 1:22 remaining. The ball is at the 33-yard line.
Difference in this game, Clinton was 6 first downs thus far, just 2 for the Morenci Bulldogs, 1 by a penalty, as a matter of fact.
House right goes to the right. Single setback. Goodman in motion. Hand off to Roberts up the middle. He's got some running room. He gets it up to the 50, over the 50-yard line, down into Morenci territory, another first down. Gets it down to about the 44-yard line. They're going to mark it. And another first down for the Redskins.
It was just a super run that time by number 26, Mr. Roberts, as he got into the secondary. It bounced off a couple of people, picked up 14 on the play, and they'll get it out there near midfield now.
Offensive line is really doing a job today for Clinton. Feldkamp, back to pass. Being Rice fires the screen pass, and it goes incomplete. A little bit over the head of the intended receiver, and it looked like it was intended for Randy Keefe. And so it'll go incomplete. It'll stop the clock with just 56 seconds to go in the first half.
Not exactly. I don't think Clinton wanted that pass to fall incomplete. They wanted that clock to run out of the first half, but now that it did, it still brings up a 2nd and 10 here. And they've been moving the football relatively well against this Morenci defense that shut out Manchester last week.
All right, Feldkamp comes to the line of scrimmage. Goodman in motion to the right side. Now the hand off to Roberts up the middle. That same play gained first down before, and he is very close to another first down. Gets it down close to the 35-yard line. Inside the 35-yard line, and we may have another measurement here. They're going to mark it short of the first down. It'll be third down. Got a half a yard to go. Under 30 seconds to play. Roberts comes out wide to the left. Let's see if they really air it out this time. Back to pass. He goes. Here's the screen pass again, and it is caught. Looked like house right. Penalty flag goes down.
May have a face mask here. Came in real late.
It was a gain of about 2 or 3 yards in the play for the first time. Now we have another penalty flag going down. This is going to be called against Morenci. Apparently
unsportsmanlike conduct, I'm sure.
Some angry words displayed down on the field, and
Paul Matthews is right on top of that. Let's go over there and see what he has to say about that play.
Well, thank you, Jeff. What happened was it was a face mask call. It was going to be a face mask call against the Morenci Bulldogs, and the defensive player took a little just didn't agree with the ref, let's put it that way, and he got an unsportsmanlike conduct call, which could definitely hurt Morenci. It looked like with just 15 seconds left, they may be able to hold Clinton off, but now it's going to be deeper into Morenci territory, and just right now, the way the Clinton line is blowing Morenci away, unless Morenci can straighten things out, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Yeah, they're calling offsetting penalties there now. No, they called 3 penalties there. They called the 15-yarder against the Morenci Bulldogs, the unsportsmanlike conduct, and so that will be the one they will walk off. So it'll be a 15-yard walk-off.
That's going to be the one that hurts right there for whatever was said. And it looked like they were trying to hold Darrell Van Brandt back on the sideline, but back in the secondary. It looked like they were trying to keep him back from whatever he said to the official, but whatever he said, evidently he didn't like it. And now that gives the Clinton Redskins a good opportunity with just 15 seconds left here from about the 29-yard line. They could get it close enough maybe to attempt a field goal with the wind, or maybe air one out here and see if they can't get a touchdown.
12 seconds to go. House right to the right side. Back to pass. Now Roberts gets the handoff on the quick draw play, and he gets it down to about the 25. 2 seconds to go. They call a timeout. And they want one more play here before the end of the first half.
I think they're going to let Torrey Choquette try a field goal here.
He's got the wind at his back, and it is a very pretty strong wind, and it has picked up through the course of the first half of this football game. The clouds are starting to move in, and it is becoming a little bit more chilly here as the sun has gone beneath the clouds.
One thing that sun's going to do, though, it won't affect the vision of the players as much moving in the westerly direction as it was just getting overhead in the west, and with the clouds rolling in, that's going to take that out as a factor. And an interesting play there by Coach Scott McNitt. A lot of putting up a fake field goal. We saw him fake punt with Choquette back there. It's possible here we could see a fake field goal. Feldkamp's on the field, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Scott McNitt, coach, you never know what they're gonna pull against you. Okay, Choquette will be kicking, trying the field goal.
That's what it is.
This is a fake. He's gonna try to throw a pass. He fires it down here, and it's incomplete. And that is the end of the first half of action here from Wagner Field in Clinton, with the Clinton Redskins owning a 9-0 lead over the Morenci Bulldogs as we're here at halftime. And we'll be back with our halftime show.
Have to, and why not? They've got a 9-0 lead, and their defense is really keeping them in the game. So if they come out here with pretty much the same game plan that they had in the first half, they'll certainly go on to win this ball game. It's going to be Morenci that's going to have to make the necessary adjustments here.
Well, the scoring, of course, coming on a safety early in the football game as Morenci was trying to punt the football from deep in their end zone, and the ball was mishandled, and consequently the safety. And then, of course, Jim Roberts went in from 7 yards out for the score. The extra point was good, and that's exactly where we stand here, 9-0 at halftime, and getting ready for the start of the second half. If you're Clinton, I'm sure Scott is telling his ball players, hey, let's do the same thing we did in the first half here. Let's play great defense again. Let's avoid those turnovers, and don't let those Bulldogs run off a big play on us.
Well, we've seen Morenci's quick strike capabilities on a couple of occasions. We saw him strike for 17 first-quarter points last week against Manchester. We also saw him the week before put 16 on the board in a span of about 3.5 minutes against Sand Creek. When it looked like Sand Creek might be pulling away from the Bulldogs, they came right back and took the lead. So certainly Morenci can come at you and come at you quick, and I'm sure that's one thing that he pointed out to him at halftime. Let's keep the momentum on our side of the field. Let's keep moving the football the way we have. Let's not give Morenci any breaks, because if we do, they may take advantage of them, and take advantage of them big.
All right, we'll be back with the start of the second half of this afternoon's football. As you can hear the whistling through our microphones. Randy Keefe will be kicking off. And the officials are ready to go. The captains are ready to go. Here's the whistle by the official. Second half is underway. It's a short squib kick, and it is picked up by Yitzhak. He gets it up to the 30-yard line, up to about the 45-yard line before he is pushed out of bounds. So good field position here for the Morenci Bulldogs to start the second half.
As a matter of fact, their best of the day, Pat, as they started, their best prior to now was their own 25. They'll start now at about their 36-yard line.
All right, first down and 10 yards to go. Here come the Bulldogs on offense. Quarterback Chris Johnston has two setbacks in the backfield with him. And this time the handoff goes straight up the middle to Chuck Price, the fullback. And Price picks up about 2 yards on the play, and that's about it. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go. Actually, they're only going to give him 1 yard, so it'll be second and 9.
Not a whole lot of room there in that interior Clinton defense. And again, Morenci finds themselves now with the wind here as Clinton changed their strategy on them. And they'll have to take advantage of that, both with their passing game and their kicking game.
All right, T formation. Handoff goes to Metcalf. He tries the right side, and no going. It's only about a yard pickup, yard or two on that play as he gets it up close to the 50-yard line. They're going to mark it the 48, though. They're going to bring it back about a yard.
Number 8, Goodman, in on that tackle right there as Metcalf with a pickup of about a yard and a half, and now Morenci finds themselves in a passing situation here on their first series of the third quarter.
Third down and 7. Back to pass goes Johnston. Looking, fires it out here, and it is caught by McCollin, and McCollin's going to be just short of the first down as he gets it to the 45-yard line, but he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first down marker. And let's see what Jim Gilmore wants to do here, whether he wants to gamble or punt the football away. It'll be 4th down and 1 yard to go.
I got a feeling he's going to punt it because he's going to take advantage of the wind, try and pin Clinton back deep in their own territory and hope for a mistake, hope his defense can come up big. If they can pin Clinton back there inside their 10-yard line, 20-yard line, something like that. We'll see what happens here with the punt, but he should get a good one off if he gets it up into that breeze.
Daryl Van Brandt and the single man back for Clinton.
Great punt.
Great punt indeed. It bounces at about the 15, and it goes into the end zone. Oh, my. Bentley was back there, tried to recover it before it went in, but it's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line, and Clinton will have it 1st and 10 from their 20.
56 yards on the kick as that one goes all the way into the end zone. Takes a good Morenci bounce, too good a bounce, though, as I'm sure they wanted to pin that one down inside the 5 and almost did it.
9 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Clinton owning a 9-0 lead. This is their first possession of the 2nd half. Housewright coming out wide to the right. Quarterback Clint Feldkamp has 2 setbacks there with him. And the handoff coming to the first man through, that's Jim Roberts. Roberts tried the left side, and no going there, as they're going to call it no gain on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go. So the Morenci defense rising to the occasion on the first play for Clinton.
Big defensive tackle there of Andy Van Valkenburg came up and made the hit on Roberts, and this is an important series for the Redskins. They got to get it out of there because they're not going to be having too much luck kicking it into that wind as well.
Jim Roberts comes in motion, back to pass. Now Feldkamp is going to run with it, and he is going to be tackled after about a yard or 2 gain. And coming up there to make the stop was Tim Mapes for the Morenci Bulldogs. So about a yard gain there, so it'll net them 1 yard for this drive. It'll be 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And you would think normally a passing situation here, but I'm sure that Coach Scott McNitt has played this game relatively conservatively, and I don't know that he'll try to pass the ball in this situation. He may try to maybe counter back with it. I'd be very surprised to see him put it up right here.
Housewright, wide to the right. Roberts comes in motion. Back to pass he goes, and it is intercepted, I believe. No, it goes incomplete. They're going to mark it incomplete. He was trapped, and over there to get it was number 84 for the Morenci Bulldogs. That was Daryl Van Brandt. He had it in his hands, but it just dropped out. And so it'll be 4th down and a punting situation for the Clinton Redskins. So Morenci now with a chance to get excellent field position.
Kyle Schafter and Rob Bentley both on top of Feldkamp that time. He had no chance to get that pass off. Lucky that he did, as a matter of fact.
Here's Choquette's punt. It's a short one, and it gets up to the 40-yard line, and it is down at about the 42-yard line. Let's see.
It hit a Clinton Redskin back about the 36, and it looks like that's where the officials are going to mark the football.
That's exactly right. They're going to mark it.
Smart play that time by Chris McCowan as he let that ball, after he saw it hit Clinton, he let that ball fall and just got away from it. And you don't want it. You've seen too many dangerous punts where the ball's hit one player and hits another one, and next thing you know, the team that kicked the football has it back.
Ball at the 35-yard line of Clinton. Johnson hands it off to Metcalf off the left side, and Metcalf drives and only picked up about 2 yards on that play. Oh, what a defensive effort by the right side of that Clinton defense as they denied Scott Metcalf, and Metcalf has been a very frustrated running back here today as he just has not gotten in the open for any long gainers this afternoon.
Yeah, there just hasn't been any room for him, no question about that.
7:53 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Johnson again in the power high formation. Back to pass he goes. Bentley markers are down. Oh, Bentley was wide open, but he didn't see him. Now he fires it long down, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted down there by number 15, Clint Feldkamp.
Could be procedure call. Morenci, right side of the Morenci line in the backfield were all moving a little bit early on that play.
I believe that's exactly what it's going to be. The clock is stopped with 7:40 to play in the 3rd. Clinton owning a 9-0 lead. Procedure call against Morenci.
Interesting call here for Coach Scott McNitt. Do you take the penalty, make it 2nd and 13, or do you make it 3rd and 8 as you take the down?
I think he's going to take the yardage here. They're going to walk it off, I'm sure. No, they don't. They decline it. Interesting call there.
Well, Morenci, I would think, is going to go for it on 4th down if they have it here, as they're inside the 35-yard line. And so interesting call there. He wants to not give them a 3rd chance out there. He wants to make sure they try to do it in 2 plays instead of 3.
Ball at the 28.5-yard line. Johnston brings him up. Slot right formation. Back to pass goes Johnston, looking, fires a long one down for Bentley into the end zone.
He dropped it.
He dropped it. Oh my! He had it in his hands and he dropped it. Oh, what a beautiful play as Bentley just stretched out. But it goes through his hand. It looked like he caught it, but then it came right out. Oh my!
Johnston with just a perfect throw. I mean, it was right on the money. It looked like it was going to be a little overthrown, but Bentley with his great speed got there and looked like he was going to come up with a touchdown catch and get Morenci on the board. Unfortunately, he doesn't for the Bulldogs anyway. And now on 4th down, let's see what they're going to do. It looks like Van Brandt's going to kick it away. Interesting call here. We'll see if they indeed do that.
They fake it here. Van Brandt is back deep. He's got the football. And here's a kick, and it's going to go way into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line, and Clinton will have it again, 1st and 10. 7:26 remaining in the 3rd quarter here from Wagner Field. Clinton owning a 9-0 lead on a safety and a touchdown run by Jim Roberts of 7 yards. The extra point was good. That's where we stand, 9-0.
I don't quite understand that call there, Pat. I guess I'm looking at the clock and looking at the wind and thinking that Morenci's not going to have this wind in their favor for too much longer. I would have thought that they would have passed for a 1st down there, but instead, Coach Jim Gilmore elects to punt.
All right, Feldkamp hands it off to the first man through, and that is into the hands of number 20, Kevin Williams. And Williams gets it out close to another 1st down, about a yard or 2 short of the 1st down, so about an 8-yard pickup as he gets it out close to the 30-yard line. So that time, Williams just kind of slithered through there and had a couple of tacklers on him and finally worked his way loose.
Deceiving-looking play, because I think if he broke that last tackle there, he might have been off to the races.
Feldkamp brings him out of it. House right comes wide to the right. Again, the handoff up the middle of the fullback. This time, Goodman. He's got the 1st down and a whole lot more as he gets it up. Let's see, over the 35 up to close to the 35-yard line. Going to mark it. So it'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go from about the 35.
Number 34, Chuck Price.
Again, the Redskins effective moving that football on the ground. Morenci defense is really going to have to step up soon.
Feldkamp on the long count. Roberts comes in motion.
Nobody there.
Feldkamp's going to keep the football. Comes around to the right side, and he is buried as he gets it close to the 40-yard line.
Down across the 40.
Pickup of about 6 on that play as the Morenci defense really had to sprint over there. McCowan was over there, and number 80,
About 5.5 yards.
Steve McVeigh over there as well, but not before Feldkamp had a solid pickup on that play.
5-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down now and 5 yards to go. 2 setbacks with Feldkamp again. This time the fullback gets the call. Goodman off the left tackle spot. He might have picked up about 3 yards on that particular play, but he's going to be short of the 1st down by about a yard.
They're giving him a super spot on that one because it looked like at first he was going to be about 2 yards short, but they gave him a little bit more than that. He's only about a yard off.
3rd down and 1 yard to go as the clock continues to tick away here. 5 minutes and 30-some seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. House right again to the right side. 2 setbacks. And the fullback gets the call off left tackle. That's Goodman. Goodman's got the 1st down as he gets it up to about the 44-yard line. And so that'll be another 1st down picked up by the Redskins. How many is that for them so far this afternoon?
Yeah, they've got a total of 10 1st downs here in the game, and they keep churning it along as Goodman picks up about 5 on that play.
Just over 5 minutes to play in the 3rd. Roberts comes in motion. Now the quarterback keeper by Feldkamp. He tries the right. They got a block. He's over the 50. Down to the 45, the 40. Inside the 40-yard line of Morenci. And that time, Feldkamp broke the big play. That's the longest gain of the afternoon. As Edison Clinton was there to make the stop. And another first down for the Clinton Redskins.
He's got it about the 34 and a half, so that was a pickup of about 16 and a half yards on that play.
All right, Redskins want to call a timeout here with 4:47 to play in the third quarter. Let's call a timeout for this message. We'll be right back.
Bush's Value Land in Clinton, your Spartan food store, suppliers of USDA choice meats, fresh produce, and everyday low prices.
And the clock goes the wrong way. It started to advance with putting time on. Now they got it reversed.
Maybe.
And now it shows 6:10.
I got a stopwatch. We'll start it up here.
All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, Feldkamp brings him up. Now it's working correctly. Single setback. Williams in motion. Williams gets the call, and he is sacked in the backfield after he got the football. Rob Bentley was there to make the stop with the hit on him, and so a loss in the play of about a couple of yards as Kevin Williams took the football from Feldkamp.
Bentley read that play all the way. Williams coming off the field limping a little bit. We'll have to see. He took a monster hit from Bentley that time, and he read that play pretty well. But the Redskins otherwise have had pretty good success moving the football on the ground this drive. That's the first loss they've had in this particular drive.
All right, Roberts comes in motion. Quarterback keeper by Feldkamp. He tries the right side. Got some running room. Gets it down to the 30-yard line. He's going to be about 5 yards short of the first down. Let's see where they give him the spot. It'll be right on the 30-yard line, I believe.
Could be about 5, as you said, almost 5.5 short. But Feldkamp with excellent running here as he's picked up here in the second 4 yards. Goodman leading them in rushing with 10 carries for 45 yards. Also, Roberts with 11 carries for 44 yards. So pretty balanced attack rushing the football for the Redskins.
All right, Matt Peterson to the ball game, comes wide to the right. Here's the quarterback keeper by Feldkamp, and he gets it down to the 20-yard line. He's got the first down at 5 yards more to boot. But we have a penalty flag down, and we may have a holding call against Clinton.
Yeah, it came right about that time. Looks like some sort of illegal block.
Flipping call against Clinton, so that will negate the run by quarterback Clint Feldkamp, and that'll be a 15-yard walk-off. 4 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
The question here is, does he get the first down? Because he had the first down yardage, and where they threw the flag, it looks like it's near the first down yardage. But I think they're going to make him come back and do third down all over again.
Well, that'll negate that first down anyway. And they'll replay it, but they'll replay it from about the 44-yard line of Morenci.
Fourth penalty in the game for the Redskins. They've been big ones in a lot of cases. 50 yards overall. They've been penalized.
Third down and 15 yards to go. Housewright comes to the right side. Single setback. Here's the handoff to Roberts. Roberts was tackled in the backfield, worked his way loose, and got it back close to the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it about the 36 or 7. I checked that 34-yard line. Let's see.
Yeah, that's correct. About the 36 is where it's going to be marked.
That's correct.
First down would be at the 24, almost the 24-yard line.
All right, it'll be fourth down and 11 yards to go, and they will punt the football away. And Choquette back to punt. And he does. He kicks it. It's a short kick. Bounces at the 15-yard line, and that's where it's going to stay, right at the 15-yard line. So Morenci will have the football first and 10 with 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So let's see if Morenci can get their offense going here in the closing minutes of the third.
They're going to have to get something on the board soon. As we can see, this is a nip-and-tuck football game. We know Morenci is explosive, but their offense has just had a real hard time getting jump-started here today, and they're really going to have to do something soon and get some points on the board.
All right, Chris Johnston hands it off this time to Metcalf. Metcalf just bulls his way for about 3 or 4 yards.
Metcalf on the carry.
And Metcalf just not getting a clear route through that defensive line for Clinton.
Well, I was going to say credit the Clinton defense for that. That defensive front of Keith, Baker, Sherhart, Kirk, and Chapp have been doing a very good job controlling this side of the football. A lot of those guys play offense too, so they've controlled both sides of the football and that's the story of this game thus far, as it usually is.
Slot right formation. Handoff goes to Metcalf. He's got some running room and gets it up close to the first down marker. And spotted at about the 24-yard line, 23 or 4-yard line. Going to be about a yard short of the first down. It'll be third down, and about 1.5 yards to go.
Willie T. Baker wrapped his arms around Scott Metcalf's legs, or else Metcalf would have had the first down. Just kind of went along for the ride and brought number 32 down.
This would be a perfect play for a pass, or perfect time for a pass, but I don't think they're going to do it. Unbalanced line to the right. Everybody's in tight. Power I formation. And the handoff goes to Metcalf. He tries the right side. I don't believe he got the first down.
I think they gave him a good spot. It looks like he's past the 25. I think he's going to have it. Oh, yeah. No question.
Yes, indeed. He is over the 25-yard line, and so it will be a first down for Morenci. And how many so far?
Third in the game for the Bulldogs.
And that has probably told the story there in the ball game. We have a timeout by the officials. And
I don't know if that was a joke by the public address announcer or not.
We've lost the clock again, folks.
I'm up there.
Now it's running up again. They're going to have to do something here. That clock.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout again here, as that clock is just going haywire on us. And now it's going the correct direction. Now it's stopped at 2:22.
I have a feeling if this happens one more time, they may just keep the clock out on the field, just because it's too difficult to sit here and keep rolling around trying to get that scoreboard clock to be correct.
All right, now they start the clock, and it is running. First down and 10 yards to go. Handoff goes to Metcalf off the right side. Gets to the defense and gets it up for another first down for the Morenci Bulldogs, as he got it over the 35-yard line to about the 37-yard line. And another Morenci first down. So Metcalf now getting the Morenci fans up off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, they've been awful quiet on that side of the field. They haven't had a whole lot to cheer about. That was the best play from scrimmage Morenci's had all day. And I'm sure that put a little smile on Coach Jim Gilmore's face.
Slot left formation. Again, Metcalf gets the call, gets it up close to the 40-yard line. Just shy of the 40-yard line. Pick up on the play of about 3 yards. We'll call it second down and 7 yards to go. 1:40 to play in the third quarter. 9-0 our score. Clinton in the lead. They've led all the way here.
Maybe a little play action on this play, Pat. I wouldn't be surprised to see him put it up here to Bentley.
Slot left. Now Metcalf gets the call, and Metcalf is met in the backfield, and he is brought down.
Willie Baker on that tackle there. He's a big young man, as he just rode Scott Metcalf into the ground. Get a size check on Baker, but he's a big fellow out there, and he got right on top of Scott Metcalf and just kind of piggybacked him into the ground.
1:03 remaining in the third quarter. Clock continues to run. Slot left formation. Bentley out wide to the left. Back to pass goes Johnston. Looking. Now he's going to be sacked. Back at the 30-yard line. And again, he just didn't have time to get the football off. And so it'll be a massive loss back to the 30-yard line. Oh, my.
Well, he might not have had time, but look where the Morenci receivers were. They were way down the field, a little bit farther than they needed to be. They only needed about 7 yards for the first down. They were a good 17, 20 yards downfield, and that kind of play just isn't going to develop when you've got the kind of pressure that Clinton's been putting on you all day.
Van Brandt back to front for Morenci. Here's the kick, and it's a high one. Great kick. Housewright has it at the 25-yard line. He's up to the 30, the 35. And he gets it to the 40-yard line, 42-yard line before he is tackled right there. So Clinton goes back out of the offense with 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Clinton leading by a score of 9-0.
43 yards on the kick that time by Van Brandt as he took advantage of the wind, but that advantage is going to disappear as the first quarter clock winds down here. I don't think Clinton's going to get a playoff. They're going to take the win in the fourth quarter here.
That's it. That's the end of the third quarter with our score. Clinton 9, Morenci nothing. We'll be back after this message.
Are you an elderly person with special needs? Have you checked into Almost Home of Morenci? Almost Home is a special place. Gail, the owner, is a registered nurse. You'll get the attention as well as the freedom you need from people.
Well, apparently we won't go down to Paul. We'll catch him a little bit later on. Both teams now back onto the field.
far as sight lines and everything else is concerned. And just a great day for football here overall. A little on the chilly side for us, but not too bad around here.
All right, ready for the final 12 minutes of this football game. Of course, the winner of this contest will advance on to the semifinals next Saturday morning at 11:30 at Hillsdale College. And the Clinton Redskins fans on their feet. All right, here comes Clint Feldkamp. He's got 2 setbacks with him. And the handoff goes this time to Jim Roberts, and Roberts just pulls his way forward for about 2 or 3 yards. So that'll, let's see, they're going to give him about 4 yards. We'll call it second down and 6 yards to go.
Roberts in the game now, the leading rusher with 49 yards on 13 carries. As he's had a pretty good day. He had the only touchdown in the game thus far.
Feldkamp again brings him up the line of scrimmage. And the handoff goes to the big fullback, Goodman. Goodman's got some running room. He's got close to the first down yardage.
It's going to be real close, Pat.
As he gets it inside Morenci territory at the 49-yard line. They're going to mark it. It is a first down for the Clinton Redskins. And again, they're just moving that ball methodically down the field, picking up the first downs and running that clock down.
Yeah, that's their enemy right now. It's this ball control game is what it's turned into. What kind of what we expected, the low-scoring game favoring the Redskins at this point.
Housewright goes to the right side. Handoff goes to Roberts. Roberts off the left side, and he just bowls his way over the line of scrimmage, about a yard or 2 pick up on that particular play. And so we have 10 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in this football game. And by no means is Morenci out of this one. They trail by a score of 9-0.
Roberts comes hobbling off the field a little bit. Feldkamp real lucky on that last play as he mishandled the ball. Almost a fumble on that play, but he held on and got the ball off to Roberts.
All right, 2-minute motion, and you can't do that. And back to pass goes Feldkamp being chased. He works his way out of it. Now he is tackled and pushed out of bounds to the far side of the field, but they probably should have whistled that play dead as soon as the ball was snapped, because we had 2 men in motion at the same time going in opposite directions.
Well, as it turned out, he's going to lose about 5 on that play. Morenci may refuse the penalty if they're given the option and take it 3rd and about 12 instead of 2nd and 12. And then we'll have to wait and see what they're going to do. It looks like that's what it's going to be. They're going to talk to the Morenci captain right now, but I have a feeling it's illegal motion, 2 men in motion in the backfield. But I have a feeling they're going to turn that penalty down and make it 3rd and 12 instead of 2nd and 12. Why not?
And they're talking with the captains for Morenci.
It's only a 5-yard penalty, and indeed that's what the Morenci sideline is saying. We're not going to take it.
And indeed it is turned down. So that will keep the down box moving.
Loss of about 6 yards on the play, so now it's 3rd and 13 instead of 2nd and 12. Smart move by the Morenci coaching staff. Really the only move they could make.
David Housewright goes to the right side. Single setback is the fullback Goodman. Williams comes in motion. Now we have another motion call, as this time it was Jeff Arnold moving as Goodman was coming in motion. Arnold moved toward the line of scrimmage, and again,
I got a feeling it's got to be against Clinton, yeah. No question about it. As their defense, the defense can move as long as they get back out of that neutral zone and stay out of there for a second before the snap, but Arnold can't move at all, and he did. His 2 men in motion again. So it'll be 5 yards marched off against Clinton, and now it'll make it 3rd and about 18 yards to go. The Morenci contingent of fans cheering that particular play. They haven't had a whole lot to cheer about today, but indeed they're hoping their team can come up defensively here, make a strong play, and get that football back. And remember, they're only 9 points away from the lead right now. A touchdown and a field goal, or a couple of touchdowns, could put them right back in it.
Ball is at the 43-yard line of Clinton. Handoff goes to the fullback, and that is Goodman, and he is tackled right there as he got the football. Good defensive pursuit by the Morenci Bulldogs. And so it'll be 4th down, and Clinton will be forced to punt the football away.
Well, that's what Morenci was hoping to do there by accepting that penalty and declining the other one. Now it's 4th down. I don't expect Clinton to try the fake as they have in the past here. They're going to try and kick it away and get it deep in Morenci territory with the win.
Choquette will punt it. He does. Good kick. And it goes all the way back into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Morenci Bulldogs. As we have 9 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this football game. This is the regional championship game from Wagner Field in Clinton.
Well, you can see what kind of ball control game this has been here in the second half, Pat. For the first 6 series or first 6 drives that we have, it's punt, 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 punt. And that's all that we've seen here in the second half is Clinton has done what they've wanted to do. They've taken Morenci's offensive attack out of this football game. And this may be getting close to do or die time for the Bulldogs.
Slot left formation. Handoff goes straight up the middle. And Feldkamp, or check that, Feldkamp made the stop. And let's see who the ball carrier was.
It was Scott Metcalf again. That's his 15th carry, 44 yards, as he picks up about 3 on that play.
And definitely the clock becoming the enemy of the Morenci Bulldogs. They'd like to get something on the scoreboard here. And I believe this will definitely be the first time they've been shut out this year if they do not score a touchdown or field goal or whatever. Johnston rolling out. Now he's going to run with it, and he's going to be brought down after he gets it to about the 25-yard line.
I was going to say maybe a gain of about a yard, maybe 2 yards on it when it's all said and done.
Not much. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for the 1st down.
Yeah, indeed, Morenci's lowest scoring output of the year, 10 points. And after that, I think you have to look at it. Everything else they've had is above 30.
Let's see if Johnston goes to the air here to his favorite receiver. Bentley back to pass he goes. He's looking. He's being rushed. He's going to have to work his way out of it. Now he's going to be sacked back at the 10-yard line. Oh, my.
Number 48 back there, Jim Chapp from his defensive end position. He wasn't the only one, though. It's Willie T. Baker, all 5'10", 228 pounds of him back there. Sherhart, the nose guard, virtually the whole right side of the Clinton Redskin line, as Chris Johnston, just no place for him to go at all.
So it'll be a punting situation now for Morenci, and they'll be punting against the wind. It'll be 4th down and 20 yards to go. And Van Brandt is back deep to receive the punt. Housewright is back deep for the Clinton Redskins. Here's the kick at the high one. Takes a good Morenci bounce, gets it up to the 40-yard line. And it'll be down right there at the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it.
At about the 45-yard line.
So the Clinton Redskins will have pretty good field position, 1st and 10, from the Morenci 45-yard line.
Well, it's just important for Clinton here to come up and pick up a couple of 1st downs, keep that clock moving. If they get a score, that'd be great because it would put the game that much more out of reach. But right here, they're just working against that clock right now because Morenci hasn't shown them anything offensively here today.
Feldkamp with 2 setbacks. Handoff goes to the fullback up the middle. That's Goodman. One man to beat. Get it down to the 25-yard line. And Goodman just turned on the afterburners after he got back through the linebackers. One man to beat. The safety came up and made the stop at the 25.
19-yard pickup for Scott Goodman. He is the leading rusher in the ball game. 13 carries for 75 yards. Also, 1st down number 13 for the Redskins. As that gets them that much closer to a touchdown that would put this game virtually out of reach.
7:37 remaining in the football game. Handoff again goes to Goodman. This time Goodman is met right at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards. So no gain on that particular play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
No gain on the play.
Thus far, the Morenci Bulldogs just having all kinds of trouble stopping those inside running plays as the guys on the defensive side of the football are more of the same guys on the offensive side of the football. When you look at Chelman and Sherhart and Kirk and Baker, all of them doing a super job blocking and controlling that line of scrimmage on both sides.
Housewright goes to the right side again. Single setback is Goodman. Long count. There's the quarterback keeper by Feldkamp. Now he pitches it back to the last minute to Roberts, I believe, and Roberts tries to go around the right side, but didn't get an awful lot of yardage on that particular play, maybe a couple of yards, and that'll keep the down box moving to third down. Got about 8 yards to go.
Yeah, give him a yard on the play. Maybe now with 52 yards in the game for Roberts, 15 carries, and Clinton's got a decision here. They need to try to pick up that first down because they're out of field goal range, most definitely, even though field goal doesn't mean much to them at this point. We'll give them a 12-0 lead and still keep Morenci within 2 touchdowns.
6:13 remaining in the football game. Single setback. Williams in motion. Here's the quarterback keeper by Feldkamp. He's got a blocker out in front, but he's going to be brought down, but a penalty flag goes down. We may have a clip call on the Clinton Redskins.
The receiver came back to help out that time with a block, and he got the backside, I believe, of number 40, Tim Mapes.
And it is called against the Redskins. And let's see if, no doubt, they're going to, well, I don't know. If they take the penalty here, it'll still be third down and long yardage, but if they decline it, it'll be fourth down and 8 yards to go. 5 minutes and 52 seconds to go.
Actually, probably fourth and about closer to 5 because he got a gain of out to the 22-yard line.
That's correct.
So I think they're going to make him take the penalty from there. So it'll be now 3rd and 20. They mark it off 15 yards.
So the ball will come out to the 37-yard line.
7-yard line.
They got to get down to about the 17.
And about 21.
Third down and 21 yards to go for the first down. The clock is running with 5:50 remaining in the game, and it's do or die time here for Morenci. They've got to get the football back and score often.
They need a turnover in a big way.
Feldkamp with 2 setbacks. And this time, Roberts gets the call off the right side.
He might be gone.
Might be gone. Down to the 15, down to the 10-yard line, and a first down for the Clinton Redskins. So the big play by Jim Roberts as he worked his way through. And a first down. It'll be first and goal to go. From about the 10-yard, they're going to mark just outside the 10-yard line, so it'll be first and 10 to go. They can still make a first down inside the 1.
They had down to about 11. Roberts that time looked like he might get out to the outside, but the Morenci defense came over just the same, though. He had the first down and more, pickup of about 26 yards on that play.
House right to the right side. Single setback is Goodman. And now here's the pitch to Roberts. Around the left side, got one man to beat. Ooh. And he gets it down close to the goal line, down to about the 1 or 2 yard line.
I thought he was going to do one of those patented Billy Sims to the corner end zone, the corner of the end zone there, but he tried cutting it back in and still almost scored. Got it right about to the, as you said, Pat, 1 yard line or so.
All right, the clock is stopped.
It's real close to another first down. They're going to measure it. If he's got a first down, they'll have 4 chances from the 1.
4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the football game, and I think he's going to be a little bit short from where they spotted the football. It's, of course, I've been known to be wrong before.
Why? Not when you've been working with me, have you?
Let's see. They're getting the card out. Yeah, no, he didn't make it. The index card in use again.
Never thought football was such a science, did you?
It'll be let's see, it won't be first down. It'll be second down.
And about an index card to go.
That's about right. All right, Feldkamp brings him up. House right, way out wide to the right. 3 setbacks. And Goodman gets the call. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. 1 yard run by Mike Goodman. And that just about puts it away. 15-0. Clinton on top of the Morenci Bulldogs. We'll have the try for the point after.
Well, Goodman's been certainly one of the workhorses here today, and he's earned that touchdown as he picks up carry number 15, 77 yards. He goes in from 1 yard. The drive covers 46 yards on 9 plays, and some of the Morenci contingent says they think it may be out of reach as they start to head for the exit.
Choquette tries to point after. This ball is spotted, it's booted up, and it is no good. Off to the left. So we have a timeout of the field with 4:41 remaining in the football game. It's now Clinton 15, Morenci nothing. We'll be right back.
Gentner Trucking, haulers of sand, gravel, stone, or fill dirt.
Teams, and most likely Morenci Bulldogs will be gone from playoff competition. They've had a wonderful season, going 10-0, 9-0 in the regular season, and one playoff victory last week, and now find themselves down 15. Well, they have 16 on the score, but they didn't make the extra point.
Yeah, the extra point was no good.
Here's the kickoff, and Yatzig has it reversed. Now they're going to give it to Bentley. Bentley on the... He's down at about the 15-yard line. Yeah, they're going to spot it up around, the 18-yard line. They're going to mark it. So, Morenci Bulldogs will have it one more time and see what they can do. I'm sure they're going to air it out here now.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult into this wind, and just kind of a microcosm of what's happened today for Morenci. Bentley, the gentleman that we saw bring it back twice against Sand Creek, just lost his footing as they tried to set up the reverse for him. He scored a touchdown on that kickoff return reverse against the Aggies, but no avail there, as that's just been kind of the story of today for the Bulldogs.
All right, back to pass goes Johnston, looking for a receiver, fires it out here, and it is complete up to Bentley.
He loses his footing again.
Slips and falls at about the 25-yard line. Penalty flag goes down.
I think we're going to have some frustrated players on the Morenci side of football. We may have another unsportsmanlike conduct. There's a late flag right there.
And that's exactly what it's going to be. And so, let's see if they're going to walk it off here. They, no doubt, are going to 15 yards.
It may be half the distance to the goal here, but it doesn't matter. It's going to put them deep in their own territory.
And Rob Bentley comes out of the football game and replaced by number 84, and that is Darrell Van Brandt.
Well, certainly that's not what they needed there, but Morenci just a frustrated football team. As we said, Pat, they're used to putting some points on the board, and they did not do that here today.
Johnson back to pass, fires it in, it's complete up to Stover. And Stover gets it up to about the 20-yard line, so he picks up about 6 more yards on that particular play. But that's going to make a third down. Third down and about 9 yards to go. Check that, 11 yards to go for the first down.
19-7 brings up a third down and 8 right at the 20-yard line.
Check that. It will be. Those sticks over there are confusing. Johnston back to pass, looking, being rushed. Going to have to hurry.
He's going to eat it.
And he is going to be tackled back inside the 10-yard line, maybe closer to the 5.
Number 84, Randy Keith back there. As some of the Clinton Redskins have spent more time in the Morenci backfield today than some of the Morenci backs, as they've just been on Chris Johnson all day. He hasn't had a chance most of the day, and the Bulldogs will be forced to punt one more time.
3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this football game as the clock continues to run. And
he's back there about the 6 or so he lost 14 on that play.
Van Brandt back deep to punt. He fumbles the football in the end zone, and it goes out of the back of the end zone, and it will be another safety. Oh, my. When it goes wrong, it really goes wrong. So they're going to get 2 more points on the board. It should be 17, but the scoreboard does say 18. We'll have to double-check that.
Yeah, I believe we were pretty sure the extra point was no good, but the scoreboard had it up there 18. I believe it's only going to be 17, though. Yes, it is.
And so the Morenci Bulldogs will have a free kick with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the football game.
The Bulldogs just have had it rough here today. Clinton has shown that today they are the better football team, as they have taken virtually the entire offense off the field for the Morenci Bulldogs. Morenci just not able to do what they've done all season. As we said, they scored 10 points against Britain, 21 against Summerfield. Everybody else was, they put 31 points on the board or more. So they're used to dominating teams, and they're not used to being dominated, and that's certainly what the Clinton Redskins have done here today. And they just haven't given them anything on offense. They haven't given them any kind of turnovers, really, except one, but that was deep in Morenci territory.
Van Brandt will punt the football. It's a high kick. And it is taken by number 80. That's Matt Peterson. And Peterson gets it back to about the 50-yard line. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Clinton Redskins, just about midfield. Clock shows 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in this football game. 17-0 Clinton. And they will advance on next week. The winner of the Schoolcraft Galesburg Augusta game at Hillsdale College at 11:30 next Saturday morning.
Matt Peterson into the game now to quarterback for the Redskins.
And a whole new backfield fumble on the play, and let's see who's got it. As we have a whole new team in there by the Clinton Redskins.
Morenci's going to pick it up, and they're going to have pretty good field position. I'm afraid it's too little too late, though, for Coach Jim Gilmore's team.
As the clock shows 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go, Morenci will have one more shot to put it in. And we hopefully will have a score for you on that Britain-Macon-Ashley football game being played today. Before we go off the air here, that's another exciting game being played today. All right, Chris Johnston back in at quarterback. Back to pass he goes, being rushed, looking. He's going to run with it, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line of Clinton.
The official got his clock cleaned on that play by Willie T. Baker. I think that time he got hit pretty good, but he stood up and took it like a man.
Michigan 22, Illinois 17.
22-17, Michigan leading Illinois.
That's a final, I believe.
It's the final, all right. All right, here comes Johnson up again. 2 setbacks. Back to pass he goes. Looking. And he just fires a lame duck, and it goes out of bounds. And so that'll stop the clock with 1:50 to play.
At the 41-yard line.
And it will be now 3rd down and about still 2 yards to go for the first down.
And the Bulldogs will end up the season 10-1 as they have put together a great year, as you were saying, Pat. Tri-County Conference champions, the outright Tri-County Conference champions, in an exciting ball game against Sand Creek on the last day of the regular season. A 43-34 affair, and they have nothing to hang their head about. And Coach Jim Gilmore said they're not going to hang their heads. They've had a great season.
Johnson back to pass again, fires it out here, and it is caught. And it looked like McCowan, the receiver.
That's who it was.
And McCowan goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line of Clinton.
Pickup of about 13 that time for McCowan, but Johnston's passing woes continuing as he's had a rough day.
Timeout call on the field with 1:42 remaining. 17-0 Clinton. Let's pause 30 seconds for this message in this football game.
The Clinton Redskins will move on with a victory here, and they will face the winner of the Schoolcraft Galesburg Augusta game, and we'll have that game for you next Saturday afternoon, 11:30, right here on Lenawee Sports Leader, WABJ.
Johnston back to pass, rolling to his left now, and he is pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field at about the 25-yard line. No gain on that particular play. They had everybody lined up on the right side.
We may have an injured Redskin down there. I can't see. I see a 4 in his number, but I can't see the rest of it. Not sure who that is on the far sideline.
No, we have an official timeout, and coach is coming over to take a look.
Don't forget, we've got some Michigan State football coming up for you a little bit later, the tape-delayed broadcast of that game over against Minnesota, as the Spartans look to improve their chances for a bowl bid. They really need to win the rest of their games, quite frankly, in order to the 2-6 Minnesota Vikings to town. Andy Keith, we're back to live action here. 1:35 left to go here in the football game. Johnson puts up a pass.
Fires it out to the big man out there, Bentley, and He picks up about 4 or 5 yards on that particular play down about the 22-yard line.
Good for about 5 yards.
So it'll be third down now and 5 yards to go with 1:14 remaining in the football game. Bentley goes out wide left.
They've effectively taken him out of the game. That was only a second catch today for 12 yards total offense.
Back to pass goes Johnston, looking for Bentley. Looking. Now he's going to have to run with it. Now he's sacked. Back at about the line of scrimmage, back at the 22-yard line. So Johnston just has not had the opportunity to throw the football here this afternoon with under a minute to play.
Credit that Clinton defense. It looks like Morenci's going to take 5 here and discuss things as it's getting kind of chilly right here right now as we approach the very end of this football game. Just under a minute to go, 51 seconds. And Randy Keefe, as we were saying, coming out of that commercial message, the injured player for the Clinton Redskins, he appeared to be up and under his own power, and we're looking for him on the sideline. I can't spot him. He got up he was on the Morenci side of the field, and we'll see if we can find out. It appeared that he was okay, though, and that's good news right there, because certainly the Redskins will need him next week as they move on to face a couple of, it could be either way, it's going to be a tough team. Galesburg, Augusta, 9-1 on the season, but they were the top-ranked team in Region 3, and also Schoolcraft, the defending Class C champions. So the winner of that game will face Clinton next week at Hillsdale, and we'll have the action for you 11:30 on WABJ.
All right, Bentley goes out wide on the left. Back to pass goes Johnston. Johnston looking over the middle it goes, and it is caught by McCowan.
It's going to turn it over on downs.
And that's going to be it. As the ball goes over to the Clinton Redskins.
Number 36, Chris McCowan.
With 43 seconds to go.
McCowan with a 5-yard pickup, but it's academic. It looks like Clinton will move on here. They'll probably have to snap it maybe one time, maybe twice in order to run out the clock, but I think Morenci may be out of timeouts. That was their last one, I believe they called there at the end of the game, or at the end of that series.
All right, Matt Blaisdell at quarterback. And a quick count, and he just goes down to his knee to run that clock down with 20 seconds to go, and that's just about going to do it for this one here as the Clinton Redskins win this regional championship game.
Once again, we ask them to remain off the
17-0, and that's it. That is the game. 0 on the scoreboard. The Clinton Redskins have defeated the Morenci Bulldogs by a score of 17-0. They are the regional playoff championships of region number 4. And we'll be back with our post-game show after these messages.
The United Way campaign is officially over in Lenawee County. Currently, 90% of the goal has been reached. It's not too late to give to the United Way campaign. Your donation will help put the organization over the top. Many local agencies are serviced through the United Way campaign. If you haven't given yet, think about all the good your donation will do. Contact the local United Way office today. This message brought to you by Vend America of Adrian.
Watch your favorite movies when you want to see them in your own home. Luxuries you'll get from the Video Connection. Now available for purchase. The movie everyone loves, Pretty Woman, only $13.95. Taking orders for the Jetsons movie, only $13.95. And Total Recall.
Where this afternoon, the Clinton Redskins proved that they're the champions of Class C Lenawee County as they defeated the Morenci Bulldogs very convincingly here this afternoon by a score of 17-0. And surprisingly enough, 2 of those scores came on safeties. 2 safeties and a touchdown run by Jim Roberts of 7 yards. And another touchdown, and that's where we stood 17-0. One missed extra point conversion. And the Clinton Redskins down on the field right now celebrating. And the Morenci Bulldogs also down there. And both these teams are pretty worn out right now. And just getting some encouragement from their particular coaches. And they have received the championship trophy from the Michigan High School Athletic Association representative here.
Getting some members of this
And so it is a great victory for the Clinton Redskins. They up their record now to 11-0 on the season. And as we said, they'll advance on next Saturday morning at Hillsdale College, 11:30. They'll take on the winner of the Schoolcraft Galesburg Augusta winner.
Well, Pat, the game pretty much, the tone was set in the early going as Clinton took advantage of some great field position, and Morenci did not, and that really told the story as Clinton jumped out to that 9-0 lead early in the second quarter and really never looked back as they played their game the rest of the way, and the high-powered, high-scoring Morenci offense never really got untracked, and defensively, Clinton was really dominating things and really forcing Chris Johnson to do a lot of things he didn't want to do, and thus we have the outcome here. But don't worry about the Morenci Bulldogs. They had a great season, and Coach Jim Gilmore said regardless of the outcome of this game, his team was not going to hang their heads. They had a great season as far as he was concerned, and he was very happy with the way his team has played all year. He's happy with the Tri-County Conference title. He's happy to make the Class C playoffs and contend as they did. They beat a very good Manchester team last week and came up just a little short here again today against Clinton, or else it might be them headed to Hillsdale College next week, and certainly not the Clinton Redskins. But indeed, Clinton earned this today, and they certainly are one of the better teams that we've seen all season. Is defensively, they have no peer that we've seen. They just shut down the Morenci offense, and we've had the opportunity to see this Morenci offense in action. We've seen them put 55 on the board, 43 on the board, and we've seen them score against some decent football teams. And today, the Clinton Redskins just took them out of their game and did the things that they wanted to do. And for Clinton today, they move on now, and we'll face, we expect Schoolcraft, but I understand they have a pretty good team over there at Galesburg Augusta, and we'll have to find out more about that relatively shortly. It looks like Paul Matthews is rounding up Clinton head coach Scott McNitt, as we found a way to talk to Coach McNitt, and we'll see if we can't get down there and chat with him in just a moment. I don't think he's... we're getting Paul at the moment. We've got a little bit of static on that end, so we'll see if we can't get to him in just a moment. Why don't we run down a couple of the statistics in the game? There we go. I believe we're going to have him now. And just looks like we've got him there.
Looking down to Paul Matthews right now. Paul,
he's having some difficulty there.
Okay, try it now.
Jeff and Pat, how are you doing?
There we go. We got you.
Fantastic. We got two winners on hand right now. We have Athletic Director Jim Pittman and also Clinton head coach Scott McNitt, and I want to congratulate both of you on a big victory today.
Well, I guess I'll go first. It's a great team accomplishment to go this far in any situation, any athletic event. We're very proud of our football team, and, you know, we'll take it. We got to move on, though.
It was definitely, Scott, what I would say, a very much a team effort today.
That's been our concept all year. Our defense got another shutout, and I think they came to play today, and anytime you're at this level and you win, you got to be satisfied with it.
What do you feel was there a key to today's game, or was it just the basic fact of that team effort?
Team effort, great defense, and just maybe wanting a little more than Morenci did. I'm not sure if Morenci came ready to play as they did last week, but credit our kids for maybe making them look bad.
I know your offensive and defensive line, I thought, dominated on both ways. They seemed to manhandle the Morenci side of the Morenci offensive and defensive line both ways through the whole day. That had to be a definite factor in the game today.
Going in, we knew both our lines had to play good, dominating football, and our defensive line really played good, and our offensive line did what they had to do. We moved the ball up and down the field pretty much the way we wanted. We just got to eliminate those big penalties, and we'll be fine.
Coach, you'll play the winner of Schoolcraft and Augusta Galesburg. Do you have a preference?
No, not when you get to this level. We're just cherishing the moment now, and whatever happens next weekend, it's going to be a great football team, whoever it is, though.
Well, Coach, you're 11-0. Congratulations on a great year.
Thank you very much.
Now, Athletic Director Jim Pittman, how are you doing? You've got to feel a little elated right now, I'd think.
Yeah, I feel real good. The football team has really just carried the school this year. We've got a lot of athletics going. We've got girls basketball, cross country and so on. But the football team has really done well, and it's just made a real upbeat feeling in the whole school this year.
I noticed great fan support on both sides of the stands today. You can't ask for much more fan support either way, I don't think.
no, the Clinton people have just been great this year. Phone's been ringing off the hook of, what can I do to help? What can I do to help? Do you need any help here? It's just been a real community support effort here. I just really appreciate what this community's turned out and done this year.
As far as the football team goes, it seems to me the kids really look up to Coach Scott McNitt. They seem to really mesh with him well. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Scott's a very knowledgeable coach. He knows his X's and his O's, and he also knows the kids. And the kids appreciate his hard work and his dedication. Coach Dunham, outstanding defensive coordinator for us. Dave Campbell, an outstanding line coach for us. That's the one thing we've tried to do here at Clinton. We've tried to upgrade our coaching staff. We've tried to upgrade our facilities. We want the best for our kids, and we hope that our kids give us the best, and they have so far this year.
Jim, I thank you very much for taking your time. Go enjoy the time with your kids now. Tell them congratulations from both of us.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Up to Pat and Jeff. Hey, it's a great victory.
Well, thank you very much, Paul Matthews, and indeed some words of encouragement from Coach Scott McNitt, as well as some words of praise from Athletic Director, I should say, Jim Pittman, as the Clinton Redskins now will move on to the state semifinals next week down at Hillsdale College. And we'll have that game for you on Lenawee Sports Leader WABJ beginning at about 11:10 or so, as we'll have the pregame show from Hillsdale College, and then move on with kickoff scheduled for about 11:30 next Saturday morning from Hillsdale College, and they'll meet the winner of the Galesburg-Augusta Schoolcraft game, which is being played momentarily. There's probably a winner already, but we'll find out a little bit later on tonight who won that game. And congratulations to the Morenci Bulldogs on a great season. I know Coach Jim Gilmore has been accessible whenever we've needed to talk to him. He's done a fine job helping our program get off the ground as far as our football programs, and I'd just like to give him my personal thanks and congratulations on a great season as well. Just a quick look at the team statistics. Clinton picking up 14 first downs to 6 for Morenci. Just a couple of turnovers for the Redskins, but they didn't amount to much as far as Morenci did not capitalize, and that was certainly a difference, as we've seen the Bulldogs capitalize on numerous turnovers this season. Penalty department, Morenci was penalized twice for 20 yards, Clinton 6 times for 70 yards. Passing department, Clinton was 3 out of 7 for 31 yards. Morenci 7 out of 16, 53 yards. There's the telling statistic, though. The Morenci Bulldogs 26 carries on the day in the rushing department, just 35 yards. Clinton 45 carries, 210 yards. Total offense, the Redskins 251 yards to just 88 for the Bulldogs. Individually, very quickly, Morenci was led by Scott Metcalf's 44 yards on 15 carries. The Redskins led by Jim Roberts, who had 17 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown. Also, Goodman with 15 carries for 77 yards. And the quarterback, don't forget Clint Feldkamp, 10 carries for 38 yards. Feldkamp was 3 out of 7 in the passing department for 31 yards. Meantime, Chris Johnston ends his career at Morenci with a 7 out of 16 performance for 53 yards. And that's going to pretty much wrap up the statistics side of things. Pat, any last comments?
Let's pause here for a message. We'll be right back with our final wrap-up. 18-0, the final score here as the Clinton Redskins go on into the semifinals of the Michigan High School Athletic Association football playoffs. And that's just about going to wrap things up for us here this afternoon. We'd like to thank Jim Pittman, the AD here at Clinton High School, for his assistance this afternoon. Both head football coaches, Jim Gilmore from Morenci, Scott McNitt from the Clinton Redskins. Also our studio engineer this afternoon. And on behalf of Paul Matthews and Jeff Hager, this is Pat Hayes saying thanks for joining us this afternoon. Once again, the final score: the Clinton Redskins 17, the Morenci Bulldogs nothing. We'll see you next week at Hillsdale College.
You've been listening to the Michigan